Shirley, we're about to meet my family soon. Are you nervous?
Why would I be? I'm really looking forward to it. 5 years ago, it was a rainy day just like this.
You, woman. The Mew family just looked down on you for your low background and didn't agree to you being with Hernan. And yet you actually killed my brother Mew.
I didn't. Hernan, I really didn't do it. You have to believe me. I really didn't.
Xu Wanqing. I was actually planning to propose to you today. I'll wait for you to finish serving your time in prison, then I'll make sure to settle the score for my brother's murder.
5 years. I've waited an entire 5 years. Those who hurt me back then, I won't let a single one off the hook.
Grandpa, this is Hernan. And he's chosen this birthday gift especially for you.
Great.
This is the Mew family's century-old cellar vintage. It's being traded on the market for 30 million yuan a bottle now.
What is this supposed to be? The eldest son of the Mew family passed away. There's only this branch of the Mew family left. The Chen and Mew families are forming a marriage alliance. This eldest Miss Chen is finally going to enjoy a lifetime of wealth and glory.
When did you get back? Why didn't you say anything? The woman next to him is... Xu Wanqing.
Wanqing.
Xu Wanqing.
Kier, what are you talking about? Who's Xu Wanqing?
Xu Wanqing. That name sounds so familiar.
5 years ago.
Impossible. You were already dead. Are you a human or a ghost?
This woman, Fu Sheng, who is she? She made my hand hurt so much.
Stop pretending, Xu Wanqing. You obviously know me.
Kier, what are you doing?
She is clearly Xu Wanqing. Nan. You definitely wouldn't mistake her, right?
Muhinan, what are you doing?
If I really recognize the wrong person, I'm willing to apologize to this young lady. But if she really is Xu Wanqing, I promise she won't walk out of here alive today.
Let go of me. I don't even know the person you're talking about.
You can keep pretending, but the birthmark on your body can't fool anyone.
Now you can see clearly, right? I never had any birthmark. And I'm not the Xu Wanqing you all keep talking about.
A birthmark can be removed, but you are the murderer.
Oh, really? You need evidence to back up your words. If I were the murderer, right now, I should be in jail, not here.
Yeah, you're right. I can call the police and have you arrested right now.
Enough. You're going too far.
If you don't want to end up like Mu, just like he did, then stop acting so blindly. She's a con artist.
Fu Sheng. Looks like your family. doesn't really welcome me today. How about I just leave for now?
You want to leave? It's not that easy.
Miss Chen, what are you planning to restrict my personal freedom now?
Without my permission, don't even think about leaving. Hi, Cheng.
So it really is you.
Oh no, it's Coco.
Miss Coco. You know her.
Of course I know her. We're really close. There's no way I'd mistake her for someone else.
All right then. So right now, why don't you tell everyone who she really is?
You. Do you really not remember me? You. Do you really not remember me? I'm your classmate from St. George's, back in high school. It's been so many years since we last met. How have you been? Surely.
Coco's helping me out.
St. George's. That's the most famous.
It's so great to see you again. This is really wonderful.
No way.
I still remember Miss Chen. Also applied to St. George's back then. But her grades haven't even reached the minimum score for St. George. Otherwise, we would all be friends.
You poor thing. How dare you laugh at me?
Enough.
Hernan.
Fusheng, it looks like I really came at the wrong time today. I'd better leave first.
Stop right there. You are clearly Su Wonking. Don't think I'll let you off. How dare you hit me? I'm going to tell my brother and Hernan.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Let's see if they believe me or believe you. Chen Qi. Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is I'm going to make you die a horrible death. Just wait and see. Let go of me. Muhinin, what exactly are you planning to do?
Looking at my brother's memorial tablet, don't you have anything you want to say?
Muhinin, it's been 5 years. You're still acting out this scene, so passionately and devotedly. Didn't you use my hand to get rid of your brother and become the sole heir of the Mu family? Are you still not satisfied?
Are you still not willing to admit it? You could even cover up the birthmark on your neck. So why not just fix your face while you're at it? Just looking at your face makes me sick.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Bite me.
Are you crazy? This is a morning hall. You're worse than an animal. How could you do something like this?
She really doesn't look like she's pretending. Could it be that she's really not that woman? No. There's no way I'd mistake her. Very well. You're the one making things complicated. You insisted on making this more complicated. Then don't blame me.
What are you going to do?
Isn't it obvious? I don't believe it. Even the way you feel in bed is completely different from before. It's totally different from before. I want to punish you right in front of him. I'm going to punish you in front of him.
I'm telling you, don't touch me. If you touch me again, I'll kill you.
Kill me? Is this how you killed my brother before? What are you going to do? Wonking.
Don't come any closer. If you touch me again, I'll kill myself right in front of you.
Fine. I won't touch you.
Sueli, are you okay?
He tried to kill me.
Muhainen, you've gone too far.
Hernan, why are you so impulsive? I have plenty of ways to deal with her. You really don't need to do it yourself.
She's your sister-in-law. Now you're teaming up with an outsider.
That woman, she's actually Xu Wangqing. Can't you see it? You're such an idiot.
Let me tell you one more time. Sueli is not Su Wangqing. Su Wangqing was just some penniless gold digger. Sueli's family overseas is filthy rich.
If she was really a rich heiress, would she ever look at you?
Doctor, how is she now?
She didn't get hurt in any vital areas. She just lost some blood. She's a bit weak. She needs a lot of rest and recovery.
She's really lucky to be alive. That was such a big pair of scissors, and she still didn't die.
Fushing, hurry up and make them leave. Tell them to leave now.
Muhainen, Sueli isn't calling the police right now or holding you responsible. That's already doing you a big favor. I ask that you stop bothering her from now on.
Who even wants to see her? Hernan, let's go.
If Muhinen really wanted to kill you,
It was me who stabbed myself on purpose. This way. He doesn't dare to go after me so easily.
you're hurting yourself almost as much as your enemy, just for revenge.
This time I came back. It was all for revenge. Sister Lu, please take good care of Xiao Xiao for me.
You just had surgery, and you're not resting in bed properly. Why are you running around everywhere?
It's none of your business. Let go of me.
Su Wanting, do you really hate me that much? You'd rather get hurt yourself than let me touch you.
Let go. Muhainen, let go of me. Muhainen, put me down. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. Or Fushing. Won't let you off.
Do you really think that marrying into a wealthy family? The Chen Group was already on the brink of collapse due to poor management. You'd be better off with me.
Climbing up the social ladder. What kind of joke is that? Fushing and I are truly in love.
I'm giving you one last chance. Don't push your luck.
I'm not interested.
It seems I've been too kind to you.
Stop.
Don't hit him. Stop it. Muhainen, stop.
who dares to risk their life and hit my son? I won't let her off.
Madam Mew, it was your son who started the fight. Muhanan should be the one to apologize.
Apologize? How outrageous. Let her come out. I want to see who's so bold.
It's me.
Su Wangqing. You. Aren't you supposed to be dead? Su Wangqing. You.
Madam Mu, you've got the wrong person. She's not Xu Wangqing. She's my fiancée, Sueli.
She is Su Wangqing. There's no way I could be wrong. I absolutely won't allow a woman of such humble origin and low status to stain my son. Stop dreaming of marrying into a wealthy family. There's $1,000,000 on the card. Just think of it as me paying you, covering the cost for sleeping with my son. Don't let me see you again. I don't care what tricks a woman like you used to escape, but if you keep haunting my son, won't leave him alone, I definitely won't let you off.
You two really are mother and son, joined at the heart. The way you twist things is honestly exactly the same. But I never even tried to cling to your precious son. If anything, it's him who keeps bothering me again and again.
Him chasing you? How is that possible? Don't you dare slander him.
Madam Mu, here's what really happened. Sueli was hurt before.
I originally wasn't planning to pursue this, but I didn't expect your son to get even worse. If you insist on not apologizing, then I'll have to call the police.
Isn't it just money you want? The Mu family isn't short on money. Take it.
You think you're the only ones with money? Let me tell you, I don't need it. Mr. Mew, please apologize. Please apologize.
You really are crazy. You actually want the Mew family to apologize to you.
What if we don't apologize? Call the police? Look where you are. Do you even realize?
That in Haicheng, you guys really can cover the sky with one hand, but you've messed with the wrong person. I've already contacted the Baicheng police. With just one call from me, they'll be here in half an hour.
So what if it's Beicheng? What are we supposed to be scared of you?
Oh no. The Mu family's influence just doesn't stretch that far. If Hannon really gets arrested, that would be bad.
Fine then. Let's just see each other in the Beicheng court. I want to see the Mew family, whether you can really do whatever you want on my turf.
Without regard for the law, you woman. Now you're threatening us? Do you believe I can't make sure you never leave?
This hospital.
Stop. Hernan. Why are you stopping me? I think it's obvious this woman
Is manipulating you. I admit I was wrong initially. I hurt Miss Sueli. Miss Sueli, are you willing to accept?
My apology.
Do as you please.
Fusheng, please see our guest out.
Chen Kier. Madam Mu.
It doesn't matter whether you are her or not. I will definitely have you.
The way you dream is really stupid. This good show has only just begun. Sister Liu, what's going on? Didn't I tell you not to contact me on your own?
Something's wrong. Wonking. Xiao Xiao is missing.
What?
President Mew, there's a huge delivery outside. President Mew. Wow, what a cute little girl. How come in her eyes and brows, she even looks a bit like President Mew?
Little one, who put you in this box?
I did it myself.
You did it yourself. You're so little. How could you have done it on your own?
Xiaoxiao isn't that little anymore. Xiaoxiao is already 5 years old.
5 years old? So did you come looking for me?
I'm here to find my mom.
To find your mom? Who's your mom?
My mom is...
Whose kid are you? Why did you bring her to the company? This is getting really out of hand.
Why are you here?
She's your fiancée, isn't she? She was worried and wanted to come and check on you. Is that not okay?
President Mew.
Perfect timing then. Hey, little one, why don't you stay with this lady for now, until Uncle comes back? Keep an eye on her.
Miss Chen,
I knew this. Woman was hiding something. Come on, spill it. It's nothing serious. It's just that I don't know.
I want some water.
Go ahead and drink.
This is almond. My mom said, I can't touch almonds. I'll have an allergic reaction and die if I eat them.
You sure are picky. The restroom is right next to it. Go get yourself a drink.
I don't drink water from the restroom.
Are you trying to make me pour water for you? You're not even worthy. Get lost. Go on, speak.
there's absolutely nothing.
Su Wonking. I knew it was you.
And there's more. In prison, I found Xu Wenqing's medical records. She was pregnant.
Pregnant? You mean, back then she was carrying Mu Henan's child?
That's the only possibility.
Then the child in her belly. Wouldn't that mean?
That I have no idea. If she really did give birth,
Where's that little girl from earlier? Tell me, who's your mother really? Who is it, say it. Do you believe I'll hit you?
Uncle, help me.
Chen Kier, what are you doing? She's just a lost child.
A child? Take a good look at this child's eyes and eyebrows. Don't you think she looks familiar?
What do you mean?
She is. That woman's child. It's been 5 years. Xu Wenqing finally brought this child back.
What nonsense are you talking about?
I know you might not believe me. I've already taken her blood and your hair for a DNA test. The results will be out soon. You little kid, how dare you bite me?
I'd like to see who dares touch her.
Mom,
Xu Wenqing, so you really can't sit still anymore. You've come here yourself.
It's one thing if you hate me, but why take it out on an innocent child?
Innocent. Do you think just because you're... This child can stay. But you have to come with me, back to prison to finish your sentence.
Xiaoxiao, be good and tell Uncle, is this woman really your mom?
Enough, Mu Henan. Stop making a scene.
Miss, the report was out.
Let's see how you explain this now. How is that possible?
Can I go now?
No, even if this child isn't Hernan's, she's still a child you had with someone else. You must have something to do with it.
Let her go.
Xiao, how did you end up here? You made Mom so worried.
Xiaoxiao is my cousin's child. Can we end this farce now?
How is that possible? The child's features clearly look just like you, exactly the same.
That's enough, Chen Kier. How long are you going to keep making trouble?
Good thing you told me in advance to switch the test results.
Chen Kier will do whatever it takes to get what she wants. To deal with her, we have to block her.
Moves ahead of time. I'm afraid she won't just
give up that easily. Next, she'll be the one begging me in tears.
Shu Li, seriously. Since you're already here, why did you bring so many gifts? You're really too polite. Fu Sheng, why didn't you say something too?
Mom, I already tried to talk her out of it. But Xu Li is a well-bred young lady. She really cares about proper etiquette.
Fu Sheng's parents are my parents too. These little gifts are nothing, really.
Mom and Dad, these are just common gift boxes, that's all. In the future, if I end up marrying Mu Henan, that'll really be the time for you all to see something special.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I heard the marriage between the Mu and Chen families has been postponed for 5 years already. Who knows when they'll finally settle it. Oh, right. Auntie, I heard from Fu Sheng that you like jadid. I carefully picked out this bangle just for you.
Wow. This imperial green jade bangle. How could it end up with you?
Mom, maybe you're mistaken. How could she possibly have so much money?
300 million is nothing to her.
She's just a fake. Only an idiot like you would believe that this so-called imperial green jade bangle is real. Anyone can tell.
Chen Kier, don't push it too far.
It's just a fake, that's all. What's the big deal? I'll pay you back. That's it, isn't it?
What a shame. Originally, this was something I specifically bid on and carefully picked out for you. Now, all that's left of the imperial green jade bangle is just a certificate on paper.
It really is a Christie's certificate. You bastard. 300 million just ruined by you like that.
Even if it's real, so what? In the future, when I marry Mu Henan, I could buy 10, 100 of them. No problem at all, okay?
If Mu Henan really liked you, then why hasn't he married you yet?
For the past 5 years, I've been the only woman around Henan. How could he possibly not marry me? It's just because of that woman, Su Wanking.
So is his trauma too big? Or are you just less?
Shut up, Chen Fusheng. All these years, I've been working to win over the Mu family and invested so much in the Chen family. You know it in your hearts.
So after this, my sister won't have to work so hard anymore. Actually, our family is also interested in expanding our business in Haicheng. If you all want to. If it's about investment, why not talk to my dad and see what he says?
Really, Xu Li? That's great.
So, your family. Can your family compare to the Mu family? When it comes to strength, anyone can talk a big game.
But can you actually do it?
Oh, right. Before I came to Haicheng, my dad personally prepared for me a 3 billion investment fund. I'll give it to Fusheng as a gift.
3 billion. Just like that, you can spend it however you want.
Once we get married, Fusheng's money will be mine, and mine will be Fusheng's.
Having you really is my good fortune. With this,
What you can give, the Mu family can give too.
Chen Kier. I'm ashamed.
She hasn't even married into our family yet, and you're already treating her this way. Who's really your family here?
Fusheng's sister. Do you think she's mad at me?
Don't worry about her. From now on, you're the real lady of this house. Just ignore her.
But I really don't want to fall out with her. It'd be bad if rumors spread.
Sueli, you're just too kind. If my sister had even half your kindness, that'd be great.
Remember the doctor said, your heart isn't good. You need to take this medicine.
Thank goodness I have you, my darling.
Thanks to these pills, I can avoid sleeping with that disgusting man. Chen Kia, how does it feel to be betrayed by your family? Don't rush. The real drama is just getting started.
How could it be a sudden pregnancy? Bro, you were way too careless. Getting pregnant before marriage is a total joke if word gets out. Shu Wonking, you really have no shame.
Swilly, it's okay. Don't listen to her. Nothing good ever comes out of her mouth. Let's get married right now.
Are you crazy? Have you even met his parents or checked out her family background? She's just a con artist.
Chen Kier, I'm warning you. If you dare disrespect your sister-in-law again, then get out of the Chen family.
Chen Fusheng is such an idiot. Fine, I'll leave.
Kia,
Leave her alone. Let her go.
Kia,
You woman.
about the things Kier did before, that was my fault. Can you just not hold it against me?
Get away, take your filthy hands off me.
Fusheng, come talk some sense into your sister. Fusheng,
Chen Kier. Suli. Suli. Suli.
my stomach hurts so much. Fusheng, my stomach hurts so much.
Woman, stop pretending.
Enough, Chen Kier. You are truly vicious. She's pregnant with your own nephew. How could you do it?
Back when she was in prison, she lost a lot of blood giving birth. Biological sister, would I ever hurt you, really?
Sister, it's fine if you hate me. But you really have to go after the child in my belly too. Can't you leave my child alone?
Don't call me sister. Shu Wonking. I wish I could kill you with my own hands.
That's enough. How many times do I have to tell you? Sueli just happens to look a bit like Wang Qing. How could you do it? You are truly vicious to the extreme.
Why won't you? Trust me? Fine. I'll show you today the true face of this woman.
Kier, Sueli,
You fake being pregnant. Today I'm going to expose your lies right to your face.
stop! Sueli. 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 Doctor. Doctor, my fiancée. How is she?
We did everything we could. Her life is not in danger, but the baby could not be saved.
She could never have been pregnant. Were you and this woman in on it together?
The test results cannot be wrong. Miss Swaley is pregnant and has been for 2 months.
Fusheng, she's the one who killed our child.
You're falsely accusing me. You planned all of this from the very beginning. Shu Wonking. I'm going to kill you. I can't believe you hit me.
You killed my baby. Hitting you is letting you off easy.
But I didn't push her. She herself fell down the stairs.
Chen Kia, you're slandering me. Why would I frame you by killing my own child?
Because you hate me for putting you in jail.
That's enough. From now on, we are done, once and for all. The Chen family will never allow you to step foot in here again. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Are you saying she's pregnant with your brother's child?
Even if she is, so what? I wanted to get rid of that baby anyway. Henan has already started bullying me. You have to stand up for me.
Let's go to your house.
Shu Wonking. You're really in for it now.
Even though we bribed the doctor to fake the abortion report, Chen Kia definitely won't let it go that easily.
From now on, you need to be extra careful.
Do you really think I'm afraid of her? I actually wish she'd go completely crazy.
Kier, Sueli. Sueli, Kier is here to apologize to you.
Please, make them leave. She's a murderer. I don't want to see them. Tell them to go.
Sueli, listen to me. Don't get worked up yet. Mu Xiao is here too. Mu Xiao is here on behalf of my sister. He's here to apologize to you. Just do it for his sake. You need to know the Mu family and our Chen family.
Yeah, Sueli. Even if you don't want to give me face, at least give my fiancé some face, right?
How are you going to make up for the loss of my child?
Miss Swaley just went through a miscarriage. It's important she doesn't get too emotional. I've arranged for Miss Swaley to see the most famous doctor in the whole city. He will examine her to make sure she can have another child smoothly in the future.
Even a world-class doctor couldn't save my child's life. All your fake sympathy is pointless. Fusheng, get them out of here. I don't want to see them. Just make them leave.
Xu Wangqing, I think you're scared, aren't you? Afraid that the doctor we invited will expose your fake pregnancy scam?
Chen Kia, don't go too far.
Miss Swaley, please don't misunderstand. I came here on behalf of my fiancé to sincerely apologize to you. So I hope you can accept our goodwill.
Yeah, Swaley, don't be so sensitive. Besides, he really is the best doctor in Haicheng. Even I have to ask him for help. Why not let him take a look at you?
Fine. I can agree to the diagnosis. But if the results are what Miss Chen Kia claims, then how will you make amends? What will you use to apologize?
You think by bargaining you can get us to back off? No matter what kind of compensation you ask for, my fiancé will agree to it.
So what does Mr. Mew say? Alright.
I heard that Mr. Mew
Owns a priceless Tianzu worth billions. Then I want that. A Tianzu worth billions.
You really know how to ask for a lot, and you still claim you're some rich heiress? From what I see, you're just greedy and shameless, a poor nobody.
If Mr. Mew can't bear to part with it, then take your fiancé and your world-class doctor and just go home.
Hernan, don't worry. She definitely can't get pregnant again. She had massive bleeding when she was in prison back then.
All right. I agree.
So, doctor, what do you say?
This young lady's body is indeed severely damaged. It's consistent with having had a miscarriage.
Impossible. Doctor, did you make a mistake?
Leave.
I suffered all kinds of torment in prison. When I gave birth to Xiao Xiao, I bled heavily again. If it hadn't been for Sister Lu's help, I would have died long ago. My body has been worn out for years. All thanks to you people. You were the ones who hired the famous doctor. You think I would have secretly colluded with them in advance? Or is it that young Master Mew just wants to deny everything like this?
All right. I accept my loss. But this heavenly bead is kept at the Laoshan Buddhist Hall. So Miss Xu Li, you need to come with me.
Why do I need to go as well? If Mu Shao brings it, isn't it the same if he gives it to me?
This heavenly bead is a sacred object. Therefore, it must be handed over in a sacred place. The exchange must happen there. It's not like I'll do anything to Miss Xu Li. What are you afraid of?
Oh, come on. Hernan, are you really going to give it to her? That's worth billions.
Fusheng, it seems your sister isn't here to sincerely apologize to me. She even brings up our deceased child. She wants to profit from our tragedy.
Xu Li, don't be upset. Here, hurry and apologize to your sister-in-law.
Hernan. See, she's picking on me again. How much have I invested in the Chen family? How can you talk to me like that?
You're the one who's wrong. Apologize to Miss Swaley.
Even you too.
Apologize.
Hurry up.
Sorry. Is that enough?
Miss Swaley, 3 days from now, let's meet at the Laoshan Buddhist Hall.
Swaley, don't worry. I'll go with you in 3 days.
Xu Wangqing. You're forcing me. This time, I will definitely make sure you die miserably.
Hey. Okay, I got it. Sorry, Swaley. Something came up at the company that I need to deal with, so I can't go with you to Laoshan Buddhist Hall.
Okay.
Be careful, okay?
This must be Mu Henan, deliberately trying to get Chen Fusheng out of the way.
Miss Swaley, are we still going?
We're going. I want to see for myself. What other tricks could he possibly pull?
This time, I have to do it thoroughly. Get rid of this woman once and for all.
Help! Help! Help!
You'd better not move around. You've hurt your head.
You saved me. Why? Don't you despise me to the core?
I did want you dead. But more than that, I want to know, why did you kill my brother?
I already told you. You've got the wrong person.
If you're not her, then why are you so eager to get my brother's belongings?
What did you say? That pearl. It's my brother's keepsake. That's impossible.
Based on your description, I found this pearl. It's worth billions. 3 months before Muhebe was killed, it was purchased at auction by the Mu family.
The one who killed Brother Mu is right inside the Mu family.
Su Wanking, why do you want so badly to get my brother's belongings? Stop making excuses. I treated you so well and loved you so much. So why did you still kill my brother?
Yes. Then according to what you said, have you ever wondered why she would want to kill your brother? Mu Henan. Do you really love her? What are you doing?
Shh. Don't say anything. It sounds like someone is in the yard.
Why are you so nervous?
Before we came, I told the people here to have them stay somewhere else for the night. Technically, besides you and me, no one else should be here.
Then, could it be a nearby resident?
That's impossible. Laoshan is quiet and secluded for hundreds of miles. There aren't any residents. Hide here. And no matter what happens later, no matter what you hear, you can't come out.
No way. It's too dangerous.
Are you worried about me?
I'm not.
Where is that woman?
Stop.
That's her. Get her. Don't let her get away.
Hernan. Why? Back then, it was clearly you and them who teamed up to frame me. Is there more to it than I know?
Hey girl, just give up and surrender. You're so pretty. It'd be such a waste to just kill you. Why not let us guys have a little fun before you die? What's going on?
Stop! Why aren't you fighting back?
My life is already over.
Who said so? Whoever knocks you down, hit them right back.
No one's helping you this time, are they, Dee?
From today on, no one can control my fate.
heroin. Spare me. Please don't kill me.
Did Chen Kia send you guys here?
Yes, it was her.
Go back and tell her that I'm dead. Understand?
Got it.
Get lost.
Winky.
Mu Shao, I've told you already. I'm not that person. Let go of me.
Winky. This time, I won't let you leave me again.
Let me go.
Do you know, these past 5 years since you left, I haven't stopped thinking about you for a second. You're all I can think about.
That's enough. Stop talking.
Winky.
Here. I just made this. Try it.
Remember when you latched onto that rich lady and got all full of yourself? She's dead now. Now you know to come beg me.
What are you saying? You're the one who's truly my sister. Even if Swaley wasn't dead, I know I would still care more about your feelings.
You're such an idiot. I told you before. She's a liar. Now she's dead. And we've also offended the Mew family. Do you think just asking me once or twice will magically fix everything?
Yeah, it was my fault. I really messed up, my dear sister. Just give me one more chance. Help me go beg that young Master Mu for mercy. Without his investment, our Chen company definitely won't make it.
Fine. I can go. And ask Mu Henan for help for you. But from now on, the profits from our Chen family, you have to give me 70%.
70. Sister, don't you think? You're asking for way too much.
Your precious daughter is already dead. What right do you have to negotiate with me? If it weren't for the fact that you're still a Chen, I wouldn't want to give you a single cent.
Sister, how about this? Look.
Who said I was dead?
Swaley.
No way.
Who said I was dead?
Swaley. Swaley, thank goodness.
How could she possibly still be alive? The assassin clearly told me that he already killed her.
You're okay?
Who told you I was dead? I just ran into a landslide. So I was delayed getting back, that's all.
That's good. That's good.
Are you human or a ghost?
Are you human or a ghost, huh?
With this slap, can you tell now if I'm human or a ghost?
Cutie, what gives you the right to hit me?
Originally I thought, since you're Fu Sheng's real sister, I didn't think too badly of you. But I never expected. Not only did you cause the death of the child I was carrying, you also took advantage of the chaos to seize the Chen family. You really aren't even as good as a human being.
Whatever happens between us siblings is none of your business.
Hey, from today on, she can get involved. Swaley, will you marry me?
I will.
Can you guarantee that this woman won't have another accident? Next time, you might not be so lucky.
Chen Kier. I'm afraid this time, Swaley's accident is probably connected to you as well. And before, you did the same thing to Xu Wangqing. Starting today, our Chen family and you have nothing to do with each other anymore.
Brother.
Get out.
Hernan. That's really going too far. I heard she had an accident, so I rushed back just to see my brother.
Who told you she had an accident?
Me. I saw she didn't come back all night, so I guessed. Hernan. None of that matters. What matters is she actually showed off her love and proposed to my brother right in front of me. Then my brother listened to her sweet talk and actually threw me out. I really can't swallow this anger.
Proposed. Did she say yes?
How could she not accept it? Where can I find my brother? Such an easy-to-fool idiot.
She was still doing that with me last night, and yet she turns around and can't wait to marry someone else.
Hernan, what's wrong with you?
I can't let her marry someone else.
Hernan, you're finally willing to help me. That's great.
Young master, the Chen family sent over wedding invitations, inviting you and Miss Chen to attend together.
What? They're getting married? So soon? Go tell them. Not only will we not attend, but this couple's wedding.
I'll go.
Hernan, why do you want to go?
I told you. I can't let her marry someone else.
Thank you. Little sister, I was actually worried you wouldn't show up.
Stop pretending.
Sis, what's all this about winning or losing? From now on, we're family. Any past misunderstandings should be resolved.
Miss Shirley, we'll be family from now on too. Isn't that right?
Mr. Chen, I think you're absolutely right. I hope you and Miss Chen can get married soon.
Yes, young Master Mu, I'm still waiting to drink. Dad, your wedding with my sister, please.
Everything that should or shouldn't have been done has already been done. Why is Miss Shirley still so cold to me?
Are you delirious from a fever or something? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You sure turned on me fast. But Miss Xu Li, please don't worry. I won't let you marry Chen Fusheng.
Miss Yu Li, what happened?
This gentleman entered the wrong room. Please ask him to leave.
Please.
We'll see about that.
So this is the woman who threw the Chen and Mu families into such chaos, Miss Xu Li? She really is beautiful.
Not just beautiful, but also comes from a well-off family. Young Master Chen really hit the jackpot.
Hit the jackpot? I don't think so.
Today is the day Xu Li and I are getting married. I'm deeply grateful to all the guests for being here. Marrying Xu Li is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me.
Fusheng. Fusheng, what's wrong with you? Quick, call an ambulance. Dial 120. Hurry.
I'm a doctor. Let me take a look. It's too late. He's already dead.
No way. How could my brother possibly be dead?
From Mr. Chen's condition, I suspect and predict he was poisoned with a strong cyanide.
Are you saying someone poisoned my brother?
Just now I saw Mr. Chen in the lounge, and it looked like Miss Su Li gave him something to drink. Just now I saw Mr. Chen in the lounge. And it looked like Miss Su Li gave him something to drink.
Here's an eyewitness right here. What do you have to say for yourself now? Xu Wanquan, you killed my big brother. I want you to pay with your life.
But it shouldn't be like that. Why would she do something like this?
There's something you don't know. This woman, just to marry into our Chen family, did it for the sake of murdering my older brother to get the Chen family inheritance. And things like this. It's not the first time she's done something like this.
Chen Kia, don't slander me with your lies. Fu Sheng and I were truly in love. You say I wanted the inheritance. I've already proved to you all before. My family's wealth is no less than that of the Chen family.
Yes. You did give me a lot of expensive gifts before, but who can say? You didn't do that just to win my parents' trust. Using any means necessary, it's just another trick to marry into a rich family. For you, that's something you're already so familiar with, right?
I'm saying I didn't do it, so I didn't do it. Stop falsely accusing me.
There's a witness right here. So what gives you the right to say I'm framing you?
This waitress. I've never seen her before. Are you sure she's an employee of this hotel?
Our hotel employs hundreds of staff. It's normal that Miss Whaley hasn't seen me. It's normal.
That's not true. For this wedding, I carefully chose staff who are quick and capable. Anyone who could enter and leave my lounge had to be personally approved by me. I have never even seen you.
Su Wongking, why are you still making excuses? You say she's not an employee of this hotel. Since you have doubts, let's call the hotel manager and ask them directly.
Miss Chen is indeed an employee of our hotel.
What arguments do you have left now?
Fine. Even if she is an employee of the hotel, she wasn't one of the ones I selected. What right does she have to go in and out of my lounge?
I'm really sorry, Miss Shirley, because earlier, the staff you personally selected had to take leave, so we had to find a temporary replacement.
How could there be such a vicious woman in this world like you? Everyone, please, stand up for our Chen family. Don't ever let this poisonous woman go.
We can all testify.
This woman must be severely punished.
Woman, if I could send you to prison once, I can do it again. Let's see how you manage to escape this time.
You said you saw it with your own eyes. That I gave Chen Fuxing the drink, and that something was put in the water.
I swear I saw it with my own eyes.
What kind of water was it?
Bottled water. No, it wasn't the water poured into the glass.
The water poured into the glass. In order to be in the best shape for this wedding, I made sure to be in top condition, so I haven't eaten or drunk anything. And I told the staff not to send anything into the lounge. Other staff members can all vouch for me. So the water you saw couldn't possibly have been the lounge. There's absolutely no way that it could show up in the lounge.
Miss Whaley did indeed give us instructions not to put any water or food in the lounge. We can vouch for her on this point. Miss Whaley has been wearing her wedding gown and staying in the lounge the entire time. Someone has always been with her going in and out. If anyone brought in water, there's no way we wouldn't notice.
This just doesn't add up. Did you maybe make a mistake?
I swear I saw it with my own eyes. I'm absolutely not lying. Mr. Chen did drink the water that Miss Whaley put in the lounge.
Just now you said it was the water I gave Chen Fuxing to drink, but now you're saying Chen Fuxing drank the water from my lounge. You sure changed your story pretty quickly. I'll ask you one last time. Did you lie or not? I suggest you think carefully before answering.
She already said it. She swears she saw it with her own eyes, and you're still asking. Looks to me like you're just threatening her.
You have your witnesses, and I have mine. Since she insists that she saw it herself. Fine. I'm going to check the hotel surveillance footage. Anyone who entered the lounge without my permission would be the real culprit behind Fuxing's poisoning.
Miss Whaley, there is surveillance footage, but only at the lounge entrance.
The surveillance footage shows
from beginning to end that only Miss Whaley, Mr. Chen went into the lounge. No one else was seen entering.
I really didn't expect the evidence you wanted would turn out to be proof you killed someone.
That surveillance footage is fake.
Ridiculous. That footage was taken straight from the security office. How could it be fake?
Because before all this, a friend of mine came to my lounge. But in that surveillance footage, from start to finish, there's no sign of him at all.
You just said that only wait is allowed by you. Are you talking about now? You know this friend too.
Who?
Mu Shao.
Don't you have anything you want to say about that? Why would Mu Shao go?
To Miss Shirley's lounge, didn't they have a really unpleasant falling out not that long ago?
You're just making things up. How could Brother Hernan possibly go into your lounge?
Mu Shao isn't saying anything, and it doesn't matter. There was also a waitress who saw him go into my lounge. She can vouch for me. She can vouch for me. Don't be scared. Just say everything you saw.
I don't remember.
How could you not remember? Didn't you hear the sound of the vase breaking in the lounge? And that was why you came in. We even had an argument in there.
I went in to clean up the shards.
Mu Shao, are you really not going to admit what you did yourself?
Brother Hernan. It was this woman who murdered my big brother. How long are you going to let this woman manipulate you? Poisonous woman. Your lies have already been exposed. No matter how much you argue, it's pointless now.
Who called the police?
She killed someone. Hurry up and arrest her.
I didn't kill anyone.
Still denying it, huh?
She actually poisoned her own husband at the wedding.
Mu Henan, you clearly know that video was faked. Why are you still helping them frame me? Why can't you just believe me?
You woman. Don't try your old tricks again. Do you really think Brother Henan will fall for it this time? Even if the King of Heaven himself showed up, he couldn't save your life now.
I don't need anyone to save me. I believe this video. Once it's released, I will prove my innocence and also find the real culprit. Please stay tuned, everyone.
Oh my god, the one who drugged turned out to be Miss Chen.
This is truly solid evidence. Evidence of murder.
I didn't. That isn't the kind of thing that would kill someone. It's just cyanide. You have to believe me.
There are both witnesses and material evidence. What other excuses do you have?
I didn't. I just put a little aphrodisiac into your cup. I just wanted you to embarrass yourself at the wedding. That's all. I never meant to kill you.
Chen Kia, do you think right now anyone will still believe what you're saying? Just now you accused me of murder with that attitude. Everyone saw very clearly. Every single word you say makes it sound like you wish I were dead. You want to ruin my life.
No, I didn't. I didn't kill anyone. How could I possibly kill my own older brother?
Chen Kia, ever since I got together with Fusheng, you've targeted me in every way. Just because Fusheng protects me, you just can't stand it. You'd even go so far as to kill your own brother. And you want me dead too.
Miss Chen, you've been spoiled and willful since childhood, but I never imagined your character would become this corrupt.
Hernan, please help me. I didn't kill my big brother. I really didn't kill my big brother. Hernan. All these years since Big Brother passed, it's been me by your side. I've been the one taking care of you. I'm your fiancé after all. You have to help me, right?
Mr. Mu, if you feel sorry for her, you can help her find a good lawyer. But the evidence is solid. I'm afraid Miss Chen is going to spend the rest of her life in prison.
This woman. Hernan. Why?
Let's go to the hospital. I don't know if there might be some glass shards.
Are you worried about me?
Miss Chen, why do you look like a stray dog who's lost her home?
Don't get too cocky. Even if Mu Hernan doesn't save me, my parents will still get me out, and you'll be the first I come after.
Your parents? Do your parents still even care whether you live or die now?
I'm the Chen family's heiress. I'm my parents' biological daughter.
Chen Kia, it's one thing to lie to others, but don't lie to yourself. At the end of the day, isn't it just because I'm not some rich heiress, but I still managed to win Mu Henan's heart, which made you, the fake heiress, completely lose face?
Shu Wangking. I really underestimated you.
Thanks for the compliment. Too bad you realized it too late.
Shu Wangking. You don't really think I'm the only one who killed Brother Mu, do you?
Who else? What do you mean?
Back then, when you and Hainan were together, I was really annoyed. But it's not like I couldn't live without him. It's not like I had to marry him. It's just that someone at the time extended an olive branch to me and said as long as I cooperated to get rid of you, he'd let me become the Mu family's main daughter-in-law.
You want to know?
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to lose sleep over it. So you'll always remember those eyes watching you in the dark. Why are you laughing? Chen Kea, you're really so foolish.
Used as a pawn by the wealthy. And in the end, you didn't get what you wanted at all. That person promised you you'd become the Mu family's young madam, but did you? Even in death, all you ever were was Mu Henan's ex. You're lying.
If you hadn't come back, Henan would have married me long ago. I've been gone for so many years.
And you still didn't marry into the Mu family. Chen Kia, you're hopelessly naive. So easily used. Even willing to take the blame for someone else in the end. You actually did it willingly. Alright, if you don't want to say it, then just keep it to yourself forever.
It's Madam Mu.
Visiting hours are over.
Wait, let her finish. Madam Mu, how is that possible? How could she possibly kill her own son with her own hands?
You're a jinx. My son just married you, not even for a day, and now he's gone just like that. How do you still have the nerve to stay in the Chen family and not leave?
Get out now. Don't ever let us see you again.
Uncle, Auntie, although Fu Sheng and I didn't finish the wedding ceremony, we are legally husband and wife. And besides, the one who got killed wasn't me.
If it wasn't for you, how would Fu Sheng's relationship with Kier have gotten so bad? When it comes down to it, it's all because of you.
Alright. I can leave if you want me to, but I'm taking what I deserve.
So your true colors are finally showing, huh? It's all out of greed for the Chen family's property.
Greed for your Chen family's property? Didn't Fu Sheng ever tell you guys that your family's cash flow has already been cut off? If I hadn't helped you with my savings, the Chen family would have gone bankrupt long ago.
You're talking nonsense. The Chens have a huge enterprise. Who needs your help?
You venomous woman. Not only did you cause my son to lose his life, but even my daughter was sent to prison. The Chen family has no heirs now. All thanks to you.
You'll get what you deserve.
Oh, you got that right about karma. The karma I didn't deserve, I've already endured. And what I'm doing now is just the compensation that fate owes me. So, the ones who have to leave are you.
Impossible. Fusheng would never sign something like this. You must have done something shady.
Yes. You must have made my son drink something.
I didn't want to go this far either. But if I let you off, would you even let me go?
Surely, we were just speaking out of anger. My son's death was caused by care. What does it have to do with you? How could we possibly force you out?
You can stay in the Chen family as a widow. But if you want to remarry, then you have to leave.
I'm sorry. This isn't the time for you to negotiate conditions with me. It's for me to decide whether to let you stay in the Chen family. And my answer is no.
This is outrageous. My son's body isn't even cold yet, and now you want to kick his parents out.
Yes, my husband's body isn't even cold. Yet you're trying to kick me out. I'm just treating you the way you treated me.
Mrs. Chen.
Mrs. Mu, what brings you here?
We almost became in-laws. With something this big happening, none of us feels good. I'm just here to comfort you all.
It was our Chen family who didn't have the good fortune. If we had known, we should have made Care and Hernan's marriage the priority. Now my son is dead too. The two of us old folks are also going to be kicked out of our home and lose our family fortune.
Who dares to throw you out?
It's this venomous woman.
Why is it you again, woman? Chen Shao hasn't even been gone long, and you already want to kick his parents out of the house. Aren't you afraid of being struck by lightning?
If it wasn't for them insisting on driving me away, I wouldn't have needed to go this far. If people don't cross me, I won't cross them. You understand that, don't you, Mrs. Mu? Mrs. Mu, you should know how that works, right?
No matter what, you shouldn't kick Mr. and Mrs. Chen out of the house. Otherwise, from now on, I'll make sure all the wealthy families in Haicheng look down on you.
Whether they respect me or not has nothing to do with me. But you, Mrs. Mu, I heard from Fusheng that the Chen family has always helped you manage some private accounts. Now that I'm taking over the Chen family, shouldn't we have a proper talk?
Are you threatening me?
Threatening might be too strong a word. It's just that today, the Chen family is handling internal affairs. If you insist on interfering, then don't blame me for being rude.
Mrs. Chen and I have been friends for many years. I can't just stand by and do nothing while you bully her.
If that's the case, why don't you just take them all into the Mu family? Anyway, no matter what happens today, they have to leave this house.
You.
Honey,
Mrs. Chen.
quick, get her to the hospital.
Chen Fusheng, I never intended to let you die. If you want to blame someone, blame your Chen family for your evil deeds catching up with you.
Hernan, you're not young anymore. It's time to start thinking about your marriage. Chiang Qian is willing to forgive your past arrogance and immaturity. You really should treat her better.
I don't need her forgiveness, and I definitely won't marry her.
Why are you being so stubborn? Our Mu family and the Wang family are joining forces now. Qian is the best. The only choice for your wife.
Are you saying you want us to be tools for a political marriage? Is that what you mean?
Hernan, if that's how you want to see it, then fine.
Uncle, Aunt, please don't be mad at Hernan. I believe in him. He's just confused right now and being misled by others. I'm confident I can win him back.
I have no feelings for you at all, so what is there to win back?
That's enough.
You.
I won't let you talk to Qian like that.
Master, madam, Mrs. Chen has come to visit. Should I let her in?
Mrs. Chen? Which Mrs. Chen?
Could it be the widow from the Chen family?
Yes, madam, it's her.
What is she doing here?
How dare she show up at our house? Tell her to get lost.
Wait. Mrs. Chen. Hurry and invite her in.
How did you let her in? Don't you know? I was humiliated by her at the Chen family's house. She even kicked out my close friend, Mrs. Chen. And you actually let her into our home.
You don't know anything. Mrs. Chen now inherits all the Chen family's assets. Plus, with her mother's reputation, which prominent family in Haishi wouldn't be desperate to befriend Mrs. Chen? How could I possibly not invite her in? Hurry and invite Mrs. Chen to take a seat. Mrs. Chen, what brought you here today? To visit our home out of the blue?
Woman, how dare you chase me all the way here? The marriage between Hernan and me has already been decided. Don't even think about causing trouble anymore.
So this is the Mu family's future young mistress.
There's no misunderstanding between me and her. She just wants to seduce Hernan. When she heard that Hernan and I were about to get engaged, she rushed over here, just to break us up.
So you really came here for me?
Mina aren't close enough for me to interfere in his marriage plans. I came today to talk about a business partnership with the Mu family.
A partnership? Just you? What kind of leverage do you have to work with the Mu family?
I've heard that the Mu family is trying to buy a plot of land in the south of the city. But because of some land disputes, you haven't been able to go through with it, right?
Mrs. Chen, how did you even know about this? You even know about that?
Seems like you really went out of your way to investigate, huh?
I honestly don't have that kind of free time to do any investigating. It's just that I happen to have some connections with the former owner of this land. I just happened to hear about it from him by chance.
The former owner of this land has always been out of our reach. Since you're acquainted with him, I wonder if you could help introduce us.
That's actually the reason I came here today.
Mrs. Chen, please come into my study so we can discuss in detail. Hernan, you come too.
But I feel like your family doesn't seem too happy about me being here.
Not at all. I'll definitely bring my wife over another day to formally apologize. Please.
She's just too much. She must definitely be here for Hernan. That so-called cooperation is obviously just an excuse.
Qian, just let it go. No matter what, she's still the widow of the Chen family, with her current reputation. Once you marry in, the Mu family will be under your control. Even if she wants to interfere, there's nothing she can do.
I didn't expect just one call from Mrs. Chen to resolve the dispute over that piece of land in South City. She really does have impressive connections.
It was just a favor, nothing more. I've always admired Mr. Mu's business achievements. Being able to help you is my honor.
Didn't Miss Shirley say before?
It's just an old network from the previous generation. Young Master Mu. There's no need to make a fuss about it.
That's Hernan. Mrs. Chen just did us a huge favor. We owe her big time. Don't be rude like your mom. Don't be impolite like that.
I've always had a lot of faith in the Mu family. I hope we can reach a deeper level of cooperation. Mr. Mu, as you know, I just took over the Chen business. I don't want my late husband's legacy to collapse in my hands.
Of course, our Mu and Chen families have always gotten along well. If Mrs. Chen ever needs my help, I'd absolutely do it without hesitation. Here's to a happy partnership.
With your word, I'm relieved.
Xu Wanqing, who said you could flirt with my dad right in front of me?
What are you talking about? Let go.
Nonsense. I saw those looks you gave each other. It was electric. Do you think I'm invisible?
Don't force your imagination onto me. I'm here to talk business with the Mu family.
Talk business cooperation. What kind of cooperation do you have in mind? Can't you just tell me directly? From now on, the Mu family affairs will be decided by me. Don't you know that?
So, after your older brother died, the biggest beneficiary was you, right? If your brother hadn't died, the inheritance of the Mimu family would never have come to you.
That's not true. You're trying to provoke me on purpose.
I'm just telling the truth.
Really telling the truth? You're upset because you found out that Wang Qianqian wants to marry me, so you got mad. And came here to see me. That has to be it, right? Isn't that so?
Stop flattering yourself.
That night, that's not what you said. You obviously enjoyed it. How about we revisit that night?
Let go of me. Do you believe I'll call your parents and your fiancé to let them see what kind of person you really are?
Go ahead. I actually want to hear what you'd say.
Let go of me.
Hernan, what are you doing? This is just evil behavior.
Why do you care what our son does? It's all because this woman seduced him.
What nonsense are you talking about? Why would I want to seduce him? It was clearly your son, who mistook me for his ex-girlfriend and kept bothering me. Mr. Mew, you know the truth. You have to stand up for me.
Nonsense. You had already crossed the line with Mrs. Chen before, and now you're at it again.
That previous incident, it was this woman who falsely accused our son. You knew about that at the time too. Just for a piece of land. You twisted the facts and spoke up for this woman. How could there be a father like you?
Shut up. This isn't your place to speak.
How dare you hit me? Fine, I'll leave. Fine, I'll leave.
Mom.
Mr. Mew, I'm sorry. We dragged you into this again, making your family fine.
This isn't your fault. We usually spoil Hernan too much. Ever since his older brother died, his personality really changed, and he won't listen to anyone anymore.
Such fake affection. The person in your bed killed your child. I don't believe you had no idea. Mr. Mew, your son is dead. You must be heartbroken, but you're still worrying about your family. You really are an incredibly rare good man. Honestly, I just feel really sorry for you. Sacrificing a little bit of charm is nothing compared to what I've been through before. This is honestly not even worth mentioning.
Did that old guy from the Mew family take the bait?
Of course. The relationship between him and his wife has been cold for ages. Back in the day, Madame Mew went to great lengths to get into Mr. Mew's bed. But now the person she's counting on isn't her husband at all. It's actually his own biological son, Henan. If Mu Henan successfully inherits the Mew group, she'll be able to do whatever she wants.
So what's your next move? What are you planning to do?
I don't need to do anything. He'll fall for it on his own.
I asked you to investigate what happened in the prison back then. So, what did you find?
I've gotten everything cleared up. I looked into the entire process of Su Wanqing's death, every detail of it. I also discovered that back then, the prison also held the young lady of the Nanchang Lu family. After Zhu Wanqing's death, she too disappeared. Apparently, the two of them were really close while they were in prison.
The Nanchang Lu family. They're actually the richest family. They often do business with Hai Cheng. With their power, helping Xu Wanqing fake her death and get out of prison would have been easy for them.
It's definitely possible.
No wonder she's throwing money around now. If the Lu family is backing her, then it all makes sense. All right then, Su Wanqing, this time, I finally got something on you. I'm definitely sending you back to prison.
Didn't Mrs. Chen and Mrs. Mew have a falling out? Why did she still come to the Mew family's engagement party?
What do you know? Mrs. Chen is now the default honored guest among the high society in Haishi. Being able to invite her is a real symbol of status. For the Mew family to get her to come must have taken a lot of effort.
Mrs. Chen, thank you so much for honoring us by coming to my son's engagement party.
No need to be so polite. Honestly, I'm only here because of Mr. Mew. That's the only reason I came.
Let's see how long you can keep being smug. At this party, I will definitely expose who you really are.
Mr. Mew, congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Chen. It's really wonderful to have you here.
They're here.
Five years ago, I once firmly believed that I would become Mu Henan's bride, but I never expected the most heartbreaking betrayal. I swore to take revenge on everyone who framed me. But why? When I see him holding another woman's hand, does my heart still ache? Young Master Mew, today is your engagement day. I don't want to make a scene out of this. Please let go.
If you say the word, I can call off the engagement right now.
Why? Do you always think I hope you'll refuse? I sincerely wish for you two to be together. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come to the party.
Why do you love getting under my skin so much?
That's just you overthinking things.
You are her. Stop denying it. Why didn't you just leave and never come back? Why did you have to come back? Wouldn't it be better if I thought you were dead?
Mr. Mew, I don't know what kind of psychological trauma you've been through, but I think the person you loved has long been dead.
Wink. Don't go.
Henan. Qianqian's been looking for you for a long time. You should go be with her. I have some things to discuss with Mrs. Chen.
Mom, I don't want to talk.
Henan, do you really have to make your mother lose face today? Or do you want all the wealthy people in the city to laugh at our family?
I'm not sure what Mrs. Mew wants to talk to me about.
Mrs. Mew. Woman, you think you deserve to be called Su Wangqing? Don't think. Your disguise is flawless.
I told you long ago, I'm not Shu Wangqing.
Stop making excuses. I've already had someone investigate you. 5 years ago in prison, the Liu family helped you fake your death and escape from prison. After that, with the Liu family's help, you came back to Haishi. You seduced Chen Fusheng and got him killed. Your ultimate goal was to reclaim what was originally yours from 5 years ago, the Mu family's young madam position. Am I wrong?
Others may be poor, but they're not stupid. Do you really think everyone wants to marry into a wealthy family?
Stop pretending. If, like you said before, you and Henan were truly in love, then you wouldn't have done everything you could to get him into bed and make him unable to leave you.
In your eyes, everyone who has anything to do with him is just entangling, huh? Then what about what he said just now? That as long as I say the word, he could call off the engagement. So now that's my fault.
Stop pretending to be so noble. Don't think I don't know what you're really thinking.
It's because you used these same tricks before to become Mrs. Mew, right? So you assume everyone else is just like you.
Say whatever you want, but in the end, I still want to advise you to just go back and turn yourself in. Otherwise, I'll make things very hard for you.
Judging by the way you look, it seems like you found some big trump card, huh? That's why you dare to threaten me this way.
I've got all the documents from back then about your fake death. They're full of loopholes. As long as an investigation is opened, you'll definitely slip up.
What do you want me to do?
Shu Wanking, huh? Now you're finally getting your just desserts. Weren't you so smug just now? What? Now you're here begging me?
Didn't you say you didn't want to see me? I can leave.
No. Not only can you not leave, you also have to happily attend my son's engagement party. And you need to make sure all of the Liu family's money goes to our Mu family. Otherwise, I'll expose everything about you and make it all public.
Fine. I agree to your terms.
Woman, you're no match for me. Back then, when I kicked Mu Hebe's mom out of the Mu family, you were still just a kid, didn't even know what was going on. Oh, why are you here?
Oh no, weren't you the one who told me to come?
When did I ask you to come?
Today is our son's big wedding day. How could I not come?
Be careful. Don't let anyone hear you.
Oh, what are you scared of? After our son gets married today, he'll be the heir to the Mu group. By then, we'll find a way to get rid of that weakling. Won't the whole Mu group be ours then?
Hey, do you know how hard I've had to struggle to get to where I am today? That sickly guy can't have kids. If I hadn't had a son with you and gotten rid of his eldest son, how would our Hernan ever have had the chance to become the heir of Mu group? How else could I have found my footing in the Mu family?
Mrs. Chen, you don't look so well. Are you feeling unwell?
Mr. Mu, I'm not feeling very well. I was wondering if you could help me find a room so I could get some rest.
Come with me. Mrs. Chen, what are you?
Mr. Mu, do you know how much I wish Fusheng was still alive, so he could be like you, by my side, keeping me company.
Mrs. Chen, if you need, I can also take Fusheng's place and take care of you.
What are you guys doing? Woman, you finally slipped up.
What on earth is going on here? What were you and my dad doing?
Mrs. Chen was just feeling unwell. I took her to her room so she could rest. Why are you two making such a fuss? What's the matter?
You call that resting? The two of you were practically glued together.
Mr. Mu was only taking care of me. Please don't overthink it.
You, woman. Seems like you're tired of living. You even dare to mess with my man. You actually hit me. You actually dared to hit me.
Don't make such a fuss. All these things, didn't you do the same back in the day? At least Mrs. Chen is more useful than you are.
How can you talk to me like that? I am your son's mother.
Mr. and Mrs. Mu, please, don't argue anymore. It's all my fault.
Stop pretending to be innocent with me. You did this on purpose.
Enough. Mrs. Chen, don't take it personally.
Do you know that she actually...
It's all my fault. I was just passing by the rooftop earlier. I saw Mrs. Mu. And you. You were hugging each other so sweetly. It made me emotional seeing that. It reminded me of the days when I was together with Fusheng. That's why I felt physically unwell. But I honestly didn't think it would cause trouble between you as a couple.
What rooftop? What sweet hug? I haven't even been to the rooftop today. What on earth is going on?
She's talking nonsense.
I'm not making things up. It's because I saw you two hugging each other so sweetly. I even took a video on purpose. Mr. Mu, take a look.
You woman. You even brought your old flame here.
Dad,
No, it's not like that.
stop.
Don't try to stop me. She made a fool out of me today.
It's not like that. Let me explain.
How are you going to explain this to me?
It's not like that. She's making things up. Let me explain. It's really not like that.
Auntie, where did you all go? You almost missed the lucky hour. Why is your face red?
It's nothing. I just accidentally bumped into something earlier. Let's start quickly.
All right.
Next, let's give our sincere blessings to Mr. Mew and Miss Wang, wishing them a happy engagement. May they have a joyful engagement and a long and happy marriage.
Mrs. Mew. What's wrong? You don't seem to be in a good mood.
Fee women. There's nothing for us to talk about. You think that if you hurt me, things will go better for you. Even if I die, I'll reveal the secret about your identity to everyone.
Mrs. Mew, you're just as assertive as you were back then. Remember, the first time we met. You spilled coffee all over me. And you also told me not to even think about marrying into a rich family.
What's so funny? Am I wrong? You woman. What's so funny? Am I wrong?
You. What makes you so sure? That I want to marry into a wealthy family.
I know best. You girls, who come from the lower class. Since you were young, you've all learned those seductive tricks. Just to marry into a wealthy family. Seizing every opportunity to climb up. My son is pure-hearted. Of course he can't handle your scheming temptations.
You really do care about your son, don't you?
Of course. He will be the heir to the Mew family in the future. Every single step. I have to make sure he takes it perfectly.
But he already lost at the starting line.
What do you mean?
Don't you know exactly what this is about? Ever since he was in your womb, it was already decided his life wouldn't be perfect. Isn't that right?
You. What do you know?
Take a guess. Why do you think I came to this engagement party? Because I just want to see this drama unfold.
Impossible. There's no way you could know.
Why did your lover show up here today? The son you had with another man. What's he doing here?
What exactly have you found out?
You think you're the only one who can investigate, that I can't. Do you still think I'm?
What exactly are you planning?
Did you kill Muhebe? Is Muhena, not Mr. Mew's, biological child? Are you saying Muhena isn't Mr. Mew's biological child? Is that true?
You're slandering me. Muhena is definitely a blood member of the Mew family. You're the one who killed Muhebe.
Back then you schemed to kill Muhebe's biological mother, just to become the new Mrs. Mew. But what you never expected was, Mr. Mew had oligospermia and was completely infertile. However, in order to keep your status, you cheated with someone else and gave birth to Muhenan.
No, I didn't.
I knew. You'd never admit it. This is the paternity test between Muhenan and Mr. Mew. They are not related at all, by blood. What do you have to say for yourself now?
You got close to my husband and my son, just to get their samples.
That's only one of the reasons. The other reason is to torment you. and get revenge on you for everything you did to me back then.
You woman, I'm going to kill you.
Shu Wangking from back then is long dead, and you should come with me as a burial companion.
What good does it do you to do this? If I die, you won't have it any better.
If I take your life and make Mu Henan lose his inheritance in the Mu family, make him become the person you hate most, someone poor with nothing, and make all the prominent families in Haishi look down on him, laugh at him, do you think it's worth it?
No. No. I beg you, please spare my son. He knows nothing about anything I've done.
Spare him.
I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you ask.
Anything at all. Then, jump out this window for me. Will you?
Is it true that as long as I die, you'll never tell this secret? Never let Henan find out?
Yes.
Mom.
I'm sorry.
Mom. You. So it really is you.
So what if it is? Young Master Mu, hurry up and start making funeral arrangements for your mom. You're going to be really busy for a while. You definitely have a lot to do coming up.
Mom. Why? Why did you do this?
Mr. Mu, your wife just committed suicide. My condolences.
Suicide? My wife?
That's nonsense. There's no way Auntie would kill herself. Stop openly cursing her like that.
The engagement party is cancelled. Before my mom killed herself, why did she apologize to me? Su Wanqing was the last person to see my mom. What did they talk about? What was her real motive?
Henan,
Winky.
Henan, we're already engaged. So why are you still so distant from me?
My mom just passed away, and this is what you're thinking about.
You're talking nonsense. You clearly reacted just now.
Having a reaction doesn't mean I want to sleep with you.
If you don't want to do it with me, then who do you want to do it with? Mu Henan. What's so bad about me?
Let's call off the engagement.
Aunt just died, and you already want to break off the engagement. Her biggest wish before she died was to see us get married. I don't agree.
I don't like you, Qianqian. Whatever compensation you want, I can give it to you. Please don't waste your time on me, okay?
Tell me honestly. Do you like that woman? That wretched widow?
I won't let you talk about her like that.
Whether you like it or not, you have to be with me.
Even if I marry you, I still won't let you touch me.
What does she have that I don't? She's just a woman who's been played around by everyone. Chen Kier said about her.
it's almost time. Mr. Mu, I'm so happy you called me. Really, I'm so happy.
Mrs. Chen, I'd like to invite you out for a meal.
I'd be delighted. I'd be delighted.
Mrs. Chen, I'm sorry for inviting you out so abruptly this time. Please forgive me.
No need to be so formal. Just call me Shirley.
Miss Shirley, the reason I asked you out this time is to ask you, that day on the terrace, did you hear clearly what my wife and that man were arguing about?
I did hear some things. It's just, I'm not sure if I should say it.
Please do.
Mr. Mew, do you really want to know? I'm afraid if you hear it, it will be a huge blow to you.
Please, you must tell me.
That man seemed to be saying something like he couldn't wait any longer. He didn't want to suffer the pain of being separated from his own child again. Then Mrs. Mew kept trying to persuade him and said something about your medical report having some problems.
She really said that.
Mr. Mew, was what Mrs. Mew said true? Is there something wrong with your health?
This is Mr. Mew's medical report.
His liver and kidney functions are already this bad. What caused it?
He has asthenozoospermia. Ever since his eldest son, Muhebei, passed away, he's always wanted to have another child. But with Mrs. Mew, their IVF results haven't been very good. To increase their chances of conceiving, he's been taking.
It's honestly laughable. With his condition, how much longer can he hold on?
I'm afraid it will just get worse and worse. He probably can't last much longer.
My medical report came out perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I really don't know why she would say something so baseless.
As long as you're fine, that's what matters. You know, my husband passed away suddenly, and I'm honestly terrified. When the people I care about start having health issues.
Miss Shirley, your concern really means more than I can say.
You don't need to repay me. You just need to know how I feel.
Hernan,
What are you doing here again?
don't be so cold. This time I'm here with the good news you love to hear. It's about that wealthy widow. Don't you want to hear? Seems like you really care about her. Whenever she's mentioned, your eyes light up.
If you're not going to talk, then get lost.
Looks like you really don't know. That widow is already with your dad. They've gotten together. The person you like might actually become your stepmother.
What nonsense are you talking about?
I'm not making this up. I saw it with my own eyes. Don't believe me, huh? Look. I took this photo myself. It's definitely real. Now you believe me, right?
It was just a regular meeting.
Normal. A widow. A widower. Those flirtatious looks, and their heads were so close together. You call that a normal meeting?
Why isn't it a normal meeting? No matter what kind of meeting it is between them, it doesn't have anything to do with you or me. Just like you said, they're both single.
Wu Henan, you're really hopeless. As long as this woman can stay by your side.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to see your father.
At this hour, what do you need him for?
He left something at my place.
What is it? I can pass it on for you. What is it?
I'd like to give it to him myself.
What do you want, really? You can tell me. Just say the word.
What I want. You can't give me. Henan. As early as 5 years ago, you already took everything from me.
Henan, what are you doing? Let go of Miss Yuli.
Miss Yuli. When did your relationship become close enough that you call her by her first name?
How dare you? Miss Xu Li is my distinguished guest. I won't allow you to speak to her disrespectfully.
Distinguished guest or lover. Dad, can you be a bit more clear?
What exactly is my relationship with her? It's not your place to question me.
Why not? My mom just left. And now you already want to find someone to take her place.
As if. Back in the day, your mom didn't use tricks to force my ex-wife away too.
Mr. Mew, please don't say that. Young Master Mew also just lost a loved one. How could you say something so harsh to him?
Miss Xu Li, you're just too soft-hearted. You always care about other people's feelings and end up wronging yourself.
Actually, I came today just to return your cufflinks. But I didn't expect I would cause the two of you, father and son, to argue. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have come.
No, this is something he had to find out sooner or later. Herne, you guessed right. Donnelly and I are indeed together.
Mr. Mew, didn't we agree to wait a few years before telling anyone?
No, I can't wait any longer. I won't let you keep wronging yourself like this. I won't allow you to keep wronging yourself like this anymore. Starting today, Xu Li is free to come and go in the Mew family. Anyone who disagrees can get out.
If this is what you want, I can leave.
Chenghe, how can you argue with your own son because of me? Argue?
Whether he's really my biological son isn't even certain yet.
President Mu, here is the DNA report you requested.
All right, you can leave us for now. He really isn't my son. My only flesh and blood has already left me. I raised him for 27 years, and I never expected that I'd just been raising someone else's child. That woman really deserves to die.
Cheng, that woman has already paid for her mistakes. So don't stay angry anymore. Hernan is innocent. How about you just treat him like your own son, just like that?
How is that possible? The Mew family is big and powerful. How could I leave our legacy to the bloodline of an adulterous couple? Surely. What should I do? I'll never be able to have my own child again.
It's okay. Cheng, I'm still young. We still have a chance.
There's no way. I've already tried so many ways. In this lifetime, I'll never have my own child again. What's wrong? Did you eat something bad?
Keep feeling like throwing up lately. And don't have much of an appetite.
Could you be pregnant?
How is that possible? I've always been recently.
Go test and see.
All right. Cheng, I'm really pregnant.
Oh my god. I never expected that in my lifetime. I'd get to see my own biological child. Li, I promise I'll treat you and our child well. Trust me.
Qianqian, you've gone back to Haishi.
Chen Kier, you were nothing like this. When you were little, how did you grow up to be so dumb and cowardly? How could you let yourself get framed by some lowlife, slum maid and end up in jail?
You don't know. That woman, she is very cunning. She didn't just seduce my big brother. She even viciously switched out the elixir in that cup.
I've already looked into all these things. I've investigated everything a while ago. The reason I'm here this time is to get you out of here. Let's team up against that woman. Let her see the consequences of messing with us.
Thank goodness for you, Qianqian. Even my own parents don't care about me anymore. I never thought we were just childhood friends, and you'd still be willing to help me.
Of course I'll help you. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. If we join forces, I don't believe we can't deal with that woman.
As long as you can get me out of here, I'll do anything you ask, no matter the cost.
No need to go that far. I just want you to help me prove something. Make Muhenan believe that back then, his older brother was killed by that woman.
I have a way. Back then, it was Brother Mew. She was the one who killed him. Henan, you have to believe me.
Do you think I'll still believe just your side of the story? Chen Kier, what exactly happened 5 years ago? Tell me. Was it my mom who told you to do this?
No, Henan, that's not it. I have solid evidence. It was Su Wanqing who killed him.
Shu Wanqing, is this what you really want?
If your parents don't approve, what do we do?
Don't worry. As long as I like someone, they'll accept them.
But what if they don't?
Then I'll leave the Mew family and stay with you forever.
Just hearing you say that is enough for me. I don't want anything else, just you.
Wanking.
I don't remember ever sending you an invitation.
The woman I love is getting married. How could I not show up in person? I have to see with my own eyes that she gets what she wants.
What I want. Do you really think I went through all this trouble to marry into a rich family just because I wanted to be the young mistress of the Mew family?
What other reason could there be?
That's exactly the kind of woman I am. Vain and materialistic, only caring about money and status. Just like everyone around you says.
Then why didn't you choose me?
You're the one who didn't choose me. Not the other way around.
It's still not too late now.
Even if I'm pregnant with your father's child, it doesn't matter, right?
You're pregnant.
Yes. That's why your father married me. Because the child in my belly is his only bloodline.
I understand now. Everything you did was calculated step by step, from marrying into the Chen family, to causing Chen Fusheng's death, to framing Chen Care, to sneak into the world of Haishi's wealthy elite, then getting close to my father, causing my mother's death.
More or less.
What's the difference?
Chen Fusheng was killed by Chen Kier from the start. If she hadn't drugged my water glass, I wouldn't have had the chance to switch the medicine. Right. Yes, I did seduce your father. But he was also the one who had his eye on me first. He wanted to inherit the Chen family fortune. He planned to use that money to help him turn around the crisis at Mew Corporation. And your mother. Everything that happened to her was her own doing. If she hadn't sown the seeds of evil, she wouldn't be facing the consequences now. All of this cause and effect was set in motion the moment you were born. And it wasn't until 5 years ago that, driven by sin, it began to grow and take root. I know that a lot of people died because of me, but I don't feel the slightest bit guilty because I never wronged them. They owed me. Someone like you, a rich young master, born with a silver spoon, will never understand what it's like to be falsely accused and betrayed by the person you love.
Wanting. What do you want me to do so you'll forgive me?
Mr. Mew's belated affection is worth less than grass.
Welcome, everyone, to Mr. Mu Chang and Miss Whaley's wedding ceremony. Now let's welcome the bride to enter.
I really didn't expect the two of them to actually end up together. It's like something out of a fantasy.
I heard they're only getting married because she's pregnant.
But didn't they say President Mew couldn't even do that anymore? So how could she be pregnant then?
See, that's why people say she's got some skills.
The bride has something she wants to say to everyone.
Thank you all for coming to attend my and Cheng's wedding. Even though I haven't been in Haicheng long, every face here today is one I'll remember deeply, has already been etched into my heart. Taking this opportunity, I wish everyone here can have their wishes come true, just like I did, and get what you desire.
Well said, Shu Wangqing. You really did get what you wanted.
What did she call her? Shu Wangting.
That's right, you didn't hear wrong. This woman is Su Wangqing. She's the one who years ago killed brother Mu Hebei's murderer.
Miss Chen, how can you say that about my wife? She and that woman just happen to look alike, but she's not Su Wangqing. Su Wangqing died 5 years ago, in prison.
Do you really think she's dead?
The innocent fear no slander. There's no need to explain to her. Today is our big day. Miss Chen, you're not welcome here. Please see yourself out.
Shu Wangqing. If you kick me out now, that just means you have a guilty conscience. If you're really innocent, do you dare to confront me face to face? If I'm wrong, I'll apologize to you, and I'll never bother you again.
A confrontation. You want me to prove that I'm not Shu Wangqing. I've already proven it to you before, and presented evidence. You're the ones who don't believe it, so why should I waste my breath on you?
Shu Wangqing. Then how do you explain this birth record?
Looks like Miss Chen is well prepared today, but I don't know what birth record you're talking about. Up to now, I've only ever been pregnant once. And that was with the Mu family's child.
That child has no blood relation to you at all, none whatsoever. But she does have a blood relation to Uncle, which means she is Brother Mu's child, Uncle Mu's granddaughter.
She's right. She's only ever had one child, and that is the Mu family's bloodline, not mine. So she really did know all along. She planned this whole thing from the start.
This is a medical checkup record from when Su Wangqing was in prison. It clearly states that she was pregnant. So whether or not this child was born, there would definitely be evidence from a checkup. Shu Wangqing, you say you've never been pregnant. So do you dare to have an examination?
I am currently pregnant. For the sake of my baby's health, it's not convenient for me to undergo any examination.
Don't worry. I've brought the most experienced private doctor and ultrasound equipment. Miss Swaley, let's just treat this as a routine prenatal checkup. We can also have a look at whether your baby is healthy, and we can check if you've ever been pregnant before.
I said I don't want to. Don't come any closer.
I think you're just feeling guilty. You're afraid to take the test.
She already said she doesn't want to. Are you deaf or something?
Mu Henan, this woman.
Mu Henan. Why? Why are you still helping me? Don't you?
She's not Shu Wangqing. And prove it. Wangqing is already dead. She's not her. Everyone. She is now my father's wife, and also the lady of the Mu group. Anyone who disrespects her is disrespecting the Mu family.
Mu Henan, who do you think you are? You think you can speak on behalf of the Mu family? Let me tell you, the only thing about you, that's Mu is your last name, nothing else. Do you need me to remind you again? Uncle Mu, you've already suffered a loss once, in trusting the wrong person, and it ruined your whole life.
Henan, don't get involved in this. Surely I demand that you take the examination right now.
What if I say I refuse?
That's not up to you.
Stop! What are you trying to do to my mother?
See, I told you I was right. This child She showed up before, and now she's calling Su Wangqing her godmother. If you ask me, she's the very child who was born in prison all those years ago. What do you have left to deny now? I'm going to take you back to prison right now. Who do you think you are? How dare you hit me?
Yeah, I hit you. How dare you insult my child's godmother?
You sure know how to talk yourself up. Do you think anyone will actually believe you? I think this child looks exactly like Su Wangqing. No, she actually looks even more like...
Uncle, I've missed you so much. I finally get to see you again.
Su Wangqing. You actually had Mu Henan's child. So the baby you're carrying now is probably...
This really is quite a show.
Stop talking nonsense. How dare you insult me? The only son of the Liu family from Nancheng. Do you even realize if you can afford to mess with them?
How is that possible? How could a poor girl like her?
Are you okay?
Xiaoxiao, why do I feel such a special closeness to you?
Uncle, I like you too. Would you be willing to be with my mom? That way I could call you Dad.
Xiao, stop messing around. Don't disrupt godmother's wedding.
I didn't expect Su Li and the Liu family of Nancheng to have such a deep connection. Su Li, I shouldn't have doubted you. Can you forgive me? People who aren't invited aren't welcome here. Security, please show them out.
You've all been deceived by this woman. Look at this. The child's eyebrows and eyes. This woman has no shame, uses any means possible, and has committed terrible crimes. Chiang Qian, quickly tell everyone about this woman. She is actually Su Wangqing.
Hernan. 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 Hernan, wake up. Don't leave me.
Wangqing, are you okay?
Even when you're like this, you're still worried about me. Why won't you curse me out? Why don't you hate me?
It's all my fault. It was my mom who did it. All those things. Everyone bullied you. But I wanted to protect you. It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
It's not your fault. None of this is your fault.
Su Li, let's go back.
I'm not even Su Li. I'm Su Wangqing. Mu Cheng. Not only did you lose your own biological son, you also lost the one who treated you as his real father, another son. I was never actually pregnant with your child. That day I just drugged you and made you sleep in my room. That's all. I wanted to use you to get the Mu family. But now, none of it matters anymore. You don't have many years left to live. You'll definitely die in the loneliness of having lost your family. This is the greatest retribution for you. This is your biggest punishment. And I will end up the same way in the end.
Dad, wake up. Xiaoxiao misses you. Get up and play with me.
Xiaoxiao, don't do this. You're pressing on Dad. It will hurt him.
I want to make Dad hurt. That way Dad will wake up.
Xiaoxiao is not listening at all. Why don't you hurry up and wake up and help me take care of her?